Hey everyone, I really felt compelled to make a video addressing the eclipse on Sunday. And this entire week, sometimes even longer, leading up to the eclipse and after the eclipse. Um, it's insane how much I'm feeling this energy coming in. It's literally bringing up everything in me that I haven't already released in terms of like emotions and in negative programming that I've had for a very long time. That it's a process in your spiritual journey. It takes time to release certain things. It takes time to there's just so much programming. We will never fully be unprogrammed unless you're like a master enlightened person, which is very, very few people. But what I'm saying is this past week coming into the eclipse, side note, this eclipse has the same type of magnitude as the December 21st, 2012, the energy shift that occurred then. It's huge. Like, this is a big deal. It's bigger than the one that happened in August of 2017, which was a huge shift in my life. Like, a lot of people, when eclipses happen, major shifts happen in their life, especially if you're on your spiritual journey. It pushes you to do things to lead you on your correct path. It detoxes things from your life that aren't serving your highest good. So anyways, this past week, I've noticed a lot of like anger and impatience and frustration out of nowhere, because usually I'm pretty conscious. I'm just a chill person. I don't take anything too seriously anymore, and I used to be very rigid perfectionist. But this week, like, it was like everything was coming up, and I was like, what is going on? And then I knew there was an eclipse this month, but I wasn't really thinking about it. And then I realized that all these energies were resurfacing to be released to make room for the new energies that are coming in. Like, this lunar eclipse is so powerful, not to mention the full moon and everything that goes with it, all happening at the same time. It's insane the way it's been affecting me, though. So anyways, I decided to do a bunch of cleansing ways to cleanse. So I'll take like salt baths and try to drink a lot of water. I always do anyways, but I'll juice more. So I'll try to drink. I don't do juice fast because I have vasovagal syncope. So my metabolism is hella fast, so I have to eat constantly. So juice fast I try to stay away from just because of that specific condition that I have. But I recommend it to other people. Also, intermittent fasting, which is like really awesome for you. I don't always do it. I'll go through like little spurts where I'll do it, and usually I'll just stop eating at 4 and then not eat till 8 a.m. the next day. So from 4 p.m., and you can do whatever time frame you want, but it's a 16-hour fast. Super, super awesome results every time I do it. And you think because I have that condition that it would affect me, but for some reason, like, I don't feel dizzy or like I'm gonna pass out or anything. So it's good. Anyways, so other than salt baths and fasting and all those ways you can detox your body, you also have to detox anything within yourself, in your consciousness, that you're still holding on to that doesn't serve your highest good. So I wrote everything that I want to release on a piece of paper. And all of this you want to do before the eclipse, which is Sunday night. And there's mass meditations going on, so definitely get on board with those because they're super powerful, and we can harness energy for those who aren't on spiritual journeys. But we can harness that energy for the collective. It's not just for us. Like, it's for everybody. And the light workers and everyone that's here to help wake humanity up, it's our job to help harness that energy and bring it in, because a lot of people are so dense. Their bodies are so dense. They're full of toxins. They're full of, heavy programming that they aren't able to bring in this light because there's no room. There's no space. It's full of dense toxic energy, and we have to help first of all, we have to help them transmute it. Like, a lot of times if you're feeling emotions, like, it's not necessarily yours. You could be, if you're an empath, you could be feeling the energy of somebody else. That's why I have a very hard time being in crowds, because I take on others' energy very easily. And it's like little things. Like, if you're a person who easily cries during a movie, or if you notice yourself like watching a situation and two people in an altercation or something, and you're taking on the energy of somebody, like, you can feel it within you. Not everybody is an empath, but if you are one, usually you are able to help others heal, because when you take on someone else's energy, you're also able to transmute and release it for them. And I know that's kind of getting pretty deep. I usually try not to go too deep into like spirituality, because I want to help. I feel like part of my mission is to help people who are transitioning from the matrix into their spiritual journey. I mean, your whole life is technically your spiritual journey, but a lot of people don't. They're kind of stagnant in the same place in the matrix, and they don't actually advance through. So when people are coming out of the matrix and they don't know a lot, I like to just be a guiding force to lead them to information they might be interested in or need, not be pushy. You know what I mean? Like, if you are interested, then ask me questions. If you're in, watch my videos. If you're not, then don't. Like, if you feel offended by something, then don't watch it. Like, click away. It's really that simple. But anyways, yeah, I feel like sources really told me that's part of my mission. Another part of my mission is so a lot of light workers and starseeds and people who are helping awaken consciousness on Gaia, Earth, they have gone through a lot of their lives are crazy. They've gone through a lot of things. They've experienced a lot of things. And I solely believe it's so they can share their journey and experiences and be able to relate to other people, so they're able to help guide people through their journey as well. And personally, like, I never really understood why I was going through what I was going through from the time I was a child all the way until now, which is I'm 30. So my intense spiritual journey started 2 years ago. Gradual spiritual journey started in 2012. That was just being health conscious. I was still heavily in the matrix. But yeah, I experienced a lot of crazy shit, and I was like, why does this stuff keep happening to me? I felt like I was like an intelligent person. Like, why do I keep running into these issues? And it was because I needed to have these experiences so I'm able to relate to other people and help them through theirs. If you're sitting there giving somebody advice and you've never ever experienced anything even remotely close to what they're going through, they're literally just like, okay, whatever. Like, you have no idea how I feel right now. You know what I mean? And if you can relate to somebody, you can help them. And you can, even if it's just helping them feel understood, like, you don't even understand how much more meaningful that is. Or to be able to show them that there's a way out, an amazing way out, a life that exceeds, like, heavily exceeds your expectations of what you want. Think about everything that you want in life. And then I'm telling you right now, getting on your spiritual journey, understanding who you are, and coming and growing and coming into yourself and getting out of the matrix will exceed those expectations, raised to the 10th power, raised to the fucking infinity power. Like, you just don't understand until you experience it. Just like I was just talking about. Like, I can sit here and give you every fucking amazing word in the dictionary, and that doesn't even come close to touching how fulfilled you feel once you get on the right path, on your right path. No two paths are the same. And that's why I'm on here. Like, I'm not on here to see how many likes I can get or see how many followers I can get. The only reason I'd be happy I had a lot of followers is because I could help a lot of people get the fuck out the matrix. That's how much my whole life I want to dedicate to helping people get out of this trapped program mentality that our entire culture, our world's cultures implement into people from the time they're born. Fucking babies are born with GMOs already in their body. Like, it's insane. All babies are. We all have it. You can detox till you're blue in the face. Like, you'll probably still have traces of genetically modified and toxic materials in your body. Why are we still drinking tap water? I think we've all came to the conclusion that fluoride calcifies your pineal gland is insanely toxic. You can go to Walmart and get gallons of distilled water for 60 cents. I buy them by the box. Like, that's what I drink. Take a pinch of sea salt and put it in the gallon so you can add some minerals. Drink that. It's 60 cents for a gallon of water. Like, there's no excuse to be drinking tap water. And I'm not judging anybody who does. Because, like, I used to fucking drink tap water. I used to drink even most bottled water has fluoride in it. It's not just water. It's a million other things. We're so programmed and we don't even care enough to research the shit. We what is that saying? You live to eat. In other words, we eat usually for pleasure instead of eating to live, to nourish ourselves, to have, like, we should be living longer as human beings. Like, our lifespan could be doubled, and I'm not even exaggerating. If we all got on our spiritual paths, took care of ourselves, you can stop aging. And it's more than just nutrition. It's all in your fucking mind. It's all connecting to source. It's if I even started to scratch the surface of where you can go once you tap into your source and you start meditating, and how deep you can go into the rabbit hole of spirituality and how it will impact your life in such an amazing way. If I even scratched the surface, it would scare the shit out of you. That's why I don't talk about that stuff on my channel. I leave that like, cool, I'm going to help people transition, and then you can float off to the other YouTube channels where they talk about that shit. And there's tons of it out there. Go in the search box and start typing stuff that you're interested in, and you'll start going down the rabbit hole, and your whole life will change. I don't like to get too far in I don't want to scare people away with truth, because it's a very gradual transition. It's a gradual process. If I would have heard that shit a few years ago, I would have been turned off. Because if you don't understand something, you judge it. You judge it. And let me tell you something. When you believe things aren't real, that's why they aren't real, because you believe they aren't. Everything is about what you believe. And if you really understood what limitless amount of possibilities there are for you in this universe, it would blow your mind. I feel like I'm mind blown every day. And there's evidence all around me, because I'm conscious and I'm paying attention. I'm being led through my life, and it's like every day is exciting and full of surprises. And the funny thing is my life is seemingly simple, but simplicity is where it's at anyways. But in terms of, like, I don't go a lot of places. I have 4 kids, solo dolo, by myself. And so we hang out. You know, they go to, 2 of my oldest ones are in school. We hang out at the house and we go to the gym. They play with their friends at the gym or whatever. And I go to the grocery store and run errands and stuff. Like, I wouldn't say I do a lot. You know what I mean? But man, somehow the universe still wheels us in all these fucking surprises and stuff. And it's like so dope. Like, I love life. I seriously do. I love my fucking life. And from the outside looking in, people are like, wow, you know, gone through a lot of stuff. Even recently, you know? Like, you're a mom doing it on your own. Like, how do you do that? You know what I mean? Wouldn't you get stressed out? You have 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, soon to be 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And I fucking love my life. I'm not going crazy. It's insane. It's insane how my life has changed when I got on my spiritual path. I'm just so grateful. Like, insanely grateful. And I just, got on this video because I want to talk about the fucking eclipse and releasing shit. And now I'm off on a tangent. But real talk, like, Spirit told me, like, Kels, your job is to expose yourself. And what I mean by that is that all that shit that I felt embarrassed about, being married multiple times, having had abortions, like all these things that people never would, seemingly negative things that people never want to say about themselves, I'm supposed to talk about it. I'm supposed to talk about it so people can relate to me. So people can feel like they're not alone. They have to keep all these secrets and feel ashamed. You know who tells you to feel ashamed? Our culture and our society tells you to feel ashamed. We are all pure positive energy and good. That is who we are. That is our source. We're all good. Anyone who tells you you aren't is lying to you. And our culture tells you that. Our culture tells you you have to wear makeup. Our culture tells you you have to buy the next trendy thing so you fit in with your friends. Our culture tells you you have to go work a 9-to-5 job and be a slave to fucking whoever in whatever corporation. Our culture tells you you have to take fucking whatever protocol just to, you know what I mean? Get a job or be in school or play a sport, or you have to do this, you have to do that. Like, no, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do shit. Aren't you sick of, like, our culture telling you what you have to do? Aren't you sick of the fact that they won't let you live off the grid because they want you to be dependent on them? Literally, people who try to live off the grid and have renewable resources, they have well water, they have, I've seen people with wind turbines that power the small ones that don't make a bunch of noise, that are personal wind turbines on their property, get that shit taken off, and then when the man refused to take it off, this was one instance in Oregon I read an article about, when he refused to take the turbine off of his property, they literally arrested him. They sent him a few warnings about it, and then arrested him, and he had to go to court over it. I don't even know what ended up with the court case. I'm sure he didn't win because, they're all in cahoots. Like, the system is the system. But my point is, they won't even let you live off the grid. Are you kidding me? And this is why, you know what? This is why I don't like getting into politics, but this is why Trump got elected. Because there has to be some crazy shit to blow everyone's mind. The system is being fucked from the inside out. Like, it is being exposed. The Clintons' pedophile ring, all that kind of shit, everything is gonna come out. The veil is thinning because the Matrix is 3D. That's what we live in. And the Earth, Gaia, is shifting into 5D. And this is getting too deep into the spiritual shit that I don't want to talk about on my channel, but fuck it. Because it's really hard to explain things sometimes, like, in super blatant terms that are, like, very bland. Like, I want everyone to understand, but at the same time, I'm going to start talking, like, throwing terms in there so you know what to fucking put in the search engine when you want to learn more about whatever I'm talking about. Go on YouTube, put it in the search button, you'll get a million things. There's a lot of great people out there that really break shit down. But anyways, everything's being exposed because we're shifting. Our 3D is being in the Matrix. It's the Matrix. It's what you see. What you see is what you get right here. That's what the fucking Matrix is. Everyone's programmed. Everyone's fucking robots. 4D is that transition going into 5D. 4D is like, I don't even want to explain this shit. Look it up if you want to know. But anyways, the point I'm getting to is because of this shift, there's a huge amount of energy coming in. Everyone's going to start getting uncomfortable. If your life starts falling apart, don't be surprised, because you are being forced to get rid of anything toxic in your life to make room for this new energy coming in. The earth is shifting. Listen, global warming is more about the earth coming through these cycles that they always have come through over thousands and millions of years. The earth always goes through these cycles of the poles shifting, everything warming up and stuff. Yes, humans have not did a very good job taking care of Gaia, but at the same time, this was going to happen anyways because it's a cycle. So just so everyone knows that too. Research that too. Yes, global warming is real and we need to take care of Mother Earth, but it's going to happen. It was going to happen anyways because Earth's going through this cycle. So, God, I'm off on a million fucking tangents, and I'm supposed to be talking about the eclipse. Where was I going with that? Fuck it. I'm going back to the eclipse. No, where was I going with that? Shit. And I'm not the person that edits my videos so I look perfect or sound perfect and everything comes together. You know how you see somebody's YouTube video and it's them talking about something, all of a sudden it's clipped their face because they edited all this shit out. No, you will never see me filter myself. If I say some dumb shit, well then congratulations, you saw me say some dumb shit. Just like I just mixed up my words right there. Who cares? We totally got to get past the whole giving a fuck what people think about us. That's the biggest program of all that we all have. We care so much about what the world fucking thinks. Who cares? That's why the universe wants me to expose myself and help other people feel who cares what anyone thinks of me either. Fuck it. I'll say whatever. I don't care. If it's true, I'm gonna say it. If it ruffles people's feathers, then I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it anyways. I'm not trying to be any type of way right now. I'm just saying people need to speak their truth. Everyone's so scared of judgment. Newsflash, you're going to get judged regardless. You might as well be yourself. But anyways, what I recommend and what I'm going to do tonight is I just put I release at the top. And I listed out all the things I want to release coming into this eclipse. Because I want to purge as much bullshit and programming and everything out of my body and out of my energetic field before this eclipse comes in so I can harness more positive energy and experience more amazing fucking changes in my life. The last eclipse, it was wow, Kels, you ready to move across the fucking country? California back to Virginia. Here we go. Big life changes. And then once I got to Virginia, it was buckle your seatbelt. Shit's about to pop off. It sure as fuck did, too. My life is hilarious. I need to write a book. But anyways, yeah, so I wrote this list. And one thing, I'm going to share a couple things. I'm not going to share everything. It's kind of personal, And I know I just said I'm just going to air all my shit out, but I really just don't want to read the whole list, too. Anyways, one main thing, and I think that we all, well, not all of us, but a lot of people struggle in the area of manifesting abundance, and that's just because we live in a culture where we're brainwashed to think there's a lack of anything, where there's enough abundance for everybody in this world. You can have anything you want times 10. You don't need some fancy job to manifest money. No, the universe will tell you what to do. But you have to decalcify your pineal gland. You have to enhance your intuition so you even see a fucking sign to even know what direction to go in. Everyone's walking around blind as fuck. No intuition whatsoever. You might as well be walking around with a fucking blindfold on. That's why I'm talking about, people. Okay, anyways, so I'm talking about money. And one of the things I put on my list is any resistance to manifesting abundance and money in my life. And for me, when I was a kid, I knew what it was to... My parents were divorced. But when I lived with my mom, we struggled financially. And it was I know what it was like to have in northern Pennsylvania, where it snows and it's freezing fucking cold, have your heat shut off and live in different trailer parks and all that type of shit. Like, that's the kind of thing that I have experienced in my life. And I also know what it's like to have an example of someone who is so tight with their money and anal with their money that they know if you fucking stole 50 cents out their wallet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know both extremes. It's really weird. So I've had a lot of examples in my life of people who experience lack of money in some way. So that was like a deep programming since I was a child. I had this weird relationship with money. And we all have some type of relationship with money, and most of us, it has to do with lack, just because the culture we live in tells us that we never have enough. We can never get enough, and we always need more. So we think that when you think that you need more, it also means that you think that you don't have enough. And when you think that you don't have enough and you have a deep-seated belief that you don't have enough, that is why you cannot manifest more things in your life. That's why you can't manifest more money or abundance of whatever in your life, because you have this abundance block, energy block within you holding you back. So that's one of the things I wrote on my list. I'm going to set this bitch on fire here in a little bit. Real talk, I'm going to go outside and light it up, because it's everything I'm releasing. I just want to let go of it. Oh, here's another one I wrote on the back. I release judgment of others. Now, I've come in a very fucking long way in terms of, like, not judging people. But I will say, once in a while, I don't do it out, like, verbally, like, speaking to somebody. I usually don't judge another person. But sometimes in my head, I'll, like, view a situation and I will judge it. And then as soon as I do that, I know I'm projecting something. Why is that triggering something within me? I know it's something within me. It has nothing to do with them, that judgment. You see what I'm saying? So you'll start to become more conscious of things. But anyways, I was conscious that I did that. So I wanted to put it on the list so I could light that bitch on fire too. Okay, what else do I want to... Also, if you're an empath and you've been feeling emotions and you know they're not yours, a good thing to do is release... any energy or anything that you're carrying for the collective or others. You can do that. Like, all you have to do is say, I release anything that is not serving my highest good, any energy I've taken on from the collective or others along my path and it doesn't serve me, I release that. And it's just a cool way to just symbolize you releasing everything, to just write it down and burn it. It's a really cool ritual that a lot of people do. And even motivational speakers and stuff talk about it. It's nothing new, nothing special. But it works, and it's cool. It's really cool because I feel the changes happening in my life when I do things like this. And it's really a great thing to do before eclipses, full moons, new moons, stuff like that. Especially this fucking eclipse is huge. It's huge. Crazy fun fact, 2 weeks ago, came down with this like stomach virus, which is so weird. My kids didn't get it. Usually if my kids have a stomach virus or something, I don't get it. I don't really get sick like that. And I was like, what the hell is going on? You know, like, I got the fucking stomach virus. I was drinking from straws with my kids, like, because I juice, like, from the juicer, and my kids like to drink it from the straw, from the jar to the straw or whatever, and we drink it together. Nobody else got the stomach virus. I'm talking, I had a fucking flu, okay? Tell me why. Nobody got it. No one. And then, okay, so it was a little over 24 hours I had it, and then I was cool. And I was like, how in the hell, where did this come from? What is it? So then, I follow a lot of my spiritual guides, and they're talking about, like, purging all this energy and purging all of these things from your body. And sometimes you can get flu-like symptoms when you're releasing mass amounts of, like, negative or toxic things from your body. And it's not just, like, food and shit. It's all of this programming. It can affect your body. Energy in general affects your body because we are energy. And so it was crazy. So nobody got it. So that's how I knew that it wasn't a virus and it was the Ascension flu. And I was just releasing a lot of energy from my body to make space for this awesome fucking eclipse that's about to happen on Sunday. I'm about to be out in nature all day tomorrow, grounding myself and getting ready. And then I'm going to do the mass meditation on Sunday. Totally think everyone should get in on that. All you gotta do is put into Google. I'm sure you'll find a link to somebody who's doing the mass meditation, because there's like a ton of spiritual people out there that are leading them on YouTube and different channels and websites. And all you have to do is tune in and then meditate with them. And we have to help harness this energies coming in. So yeah, definitely think you should do that. I also have this, okay. Gosh, I don't want to get off on another tangent. Anyways, I'm not going to get off on that tangent, but I will say I have this weird fear of letting, okay, so if anyone knows anything about spirits and paranormal stuff, you know, all that is the spirit realm, okay? All those things are real, very real. But the thing of it is when like good, like when your spirit guides and angels and things like that come into your life, if you have any type of fear about seeing them, they won't show themselves to you because they don't want to scare you. Okay? They don't want to scare you because they're there to help you and love you and guide you, and you know, they can give you information if you get really deep into it. I mean, legit you can ask them a question and they answer. Like, I'm not joking. Like, automatic writing, all that type of shit. Like, it is real as fuck. So I have always, since I was a kid, been like insanely fearful of the dark and just fearful of knowing that exists, but afraid of seeing it physically manifest in front of my eyes or experiencing it. Literally I would just like lay in my bed and I could feel shit like right in front of my face. I could feel energies and stuff, but I was so scared. Like I would have to sleep with a light on or the covers over my head, and it literally followed me into adulthood. Like, and I know it's because, I was meant to have this path and everything else, and this is just something that I have to get past. But anyways, I put it on my fucking list to release that fear, which I've been having a hard time with because I know I need to release it, but I just have, yeah. So what I've done, excuse me, is, I'll like meditate and I'll like bring in the energy, right? And then freak out, right? Like I'll say I want it. I'll ask for my guides to come forward. I've even done freaking regressions, self-regression, self-hypnosis to do it. And then as soon as I feel the energy, like the presence coming in, I freak. I don't know what it is. So anybody out there, leave a comment below if you could help me with that. I don't know. It's like a deep-seated fear. So, anyways, I put that on my list. I'm going to burn that motherfucker up and see if it helps me. Anyone who doesn't like cursing should probably just not follow my page. It's not that I want to encourage people not to follow me. If you want to follow me, feel free. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this to be popular, because I could honestly give 0 fucks. But, yeah. I'm just going to be me. So if you like it, then good shit. If you don't, then so long. Wish you the best. So anyways, I really, really just took this a whole 35 minutes. So definitely going to get off here. Do some detoxing before Sunday. And please do the mass meditation with us. It's like, the more people there are, the more powerful it is. And there's such huge changes happening. Like, everyone thinks the earth is going to hell. It's only going to hell for people who are still in the Matrix. Get out of the Matrix and fucking have heaven on earth. Don't you guys understand? What the fuck hell is the Matrix? I'm not even getting to the biblical shit today. I feel like a lot of people would love to hear about it, though. I'm going to be a little more organized when I have those types of videos. This is just a me talking out of my ass video. Just saying whatever fucking comes to my mind. So if you get bored with it, well, then don't fucking watch it, I guess. Wait for the videos where I have organized, structured information. Which is probably not going to be too many of my videos. I'd rather just talk like this because it's me. I don't like to be all rigid. That's actually one thing that's on my list too. Release rigidity and trying to be perfect. Come a long way with that. But alright guys, I love you. I'm getting off here because I've been talking too long. If you like this video, like, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna start posting more. I have more time now. Like, for me it's hard because I have a boatload of kids who are at my ass all day. So, can't exactly make a video in silence when you have children running around you. But I will try my best because people always ask me to make more videos because I haven't made too many. And most of them are pretty short. So, I feel like especially after this eclipse, like, I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, I'm going to release a video every Friday or Monday night, or no. Like, I'm going to live in the moment on a day-to-day basis, and whatever I feel compelled to do and my intuition tells me to do, I'm going to fucking do it. So I'm not going to make a bunch of promises that I can't keep or have any expectations for anything. Like, I'm done living my life that way. So, I wish I could tell you when my next video is coming out, but I don't fucking know. So, yeah, that's that. And now I'm just going off on a million tangents that nobody really cares about. So, I love you guys. Do some purging and releasing. And let's bring in this, like, amazing energy on Sunday. Let's do that. Mwah. I need to go eat something. I love you. Bye.